Hello, welcome back to Woodturners Journal. I'm Jerrod, and today we're going to be making a simple project. My girl wants, if you remember a few videos back, I made a black walnut urn with pink coral that was inlaid into it, and my girl would like a ring for her finger that is made from the same black walnut with the same pink coral so she could wear it around. So doesn't seem like a very difficult project to me, so this should be a real quick one, but that's what we're going to do. I have a piece of black walnut here that is from the same tree that the other one came from, and I have a ring of hers to size up that she wanted. So this is 3/4 inch, and I'm going to start by just kind of rounding this out, and then we'll get it on a chuck, and then I'm going to drill out the center ring part, and then we'll go from there. Alright, I have it mounted up here on the chuck, and we're ready to drill out the 3/4 inch hole out of the middle. And there's a couple things I want to point out. I know that people are going to end up commenting that I should probably have a better grip or hold on this. This is a really small piece. I don't need anything more than this. Also, this is a little too small for my neck size clamp that I have. It's just a hair too big, so this is going to do the job just fine, so I'm not really that worried about it. And this is a really light, small piece. I don't have to take those type of precautions. The other thing, I forgot to mention earlier that there's several videos on making wooden rings. I've never seen one actually turning a wooden ring. They're all made out of veneer and things like that, and you basically roll them and glue them together. I'm actually going to use that same technique, not the rolling and gluing it together, but their technique for making it and applying a ton of CA glue to try to really make it tight and hold together. And then I'm planning on, at the very end of mine, finishing it with a nice clear epoxy to protect it. So we'll see how this all works out. Like I said, in my head it seems pretty easy and self-explanatory, but let's see how it goes. Let's hollow this thing out now. All right, here we are. I have my zero clearance tailstock on. It's all chucked up, ready to go. I'm gonna work from this area. I mean, I only need a small part for a ring. I could probably make several rings out of this, but I'm gonna get this whole cylinder kind of to the depth that I want here. So let's take off some more material. I just made this mark on here on purpose because I think I'm going to do the ring in this section right here. And I'm leaving it just a hair thick right now because I need to make my groove for the coral inlay. So I'd rather make a deeper groove and then take away material slowly so it comes out really nice and smooth, rather than not having much to work with later on and fighting to get the coral full and everything. So it's just a hair thicker. And next I'll make a little groove for to do the coral inlay. I think that looks about good. Now we could start laying the coral in there. I'm putting this CA glue first on there to basically seep into all the pores and hold together even stronger, because this is going to be very thin and I don't want it chipping out or breaking. We'll let that dry for a few minutes. Okay, it's dried. I sanded it just lightly, and now I'm going to go with a thicker CA glue. All right, here we are. It's dry, and we're just going to take the skew chisel and kind of take off a little bit of material, make this flush, and start shaving it down to the size that we need. I put more CA glue inside and on the outside just so it seeps in and helps keep the wood stronger, because this is kind of thin in it and you need to be able to pull it on and off of your finger. So now I just want to kind of shape just a little bit, just take this edge off of here. While we have this piece still on there, I could make like another couple rings. This is okay. I'm not that thrilled with it. Putting the inlay in there kind of makes it a little bit more bulky than I like. I'm going to still finish it, and we'll do the together. But while I have this piece, I want to make another ring without the inlay and make it thinner, you know, just a really simple band. So it'll kind of show you, I'll get 2 rings out of this and kind of show you both ways. And then we'll finish it with an epoxy finish. I think that's going to be the best way to go. So let me carve this down, or you know, I'll take my chisel to it and just make a simple band that's not as thick as this. This is really bulky, I think. So let's just do a simple one. Now here we are. Here's the second ring without the inlay. And once again, sorry about my voice. My cold came back. So this one I like a lot more. It's simple. It's just a band, but I like how thin it is. This one has the inlay, and it's a little bit bigger and bulkier. I don't care for it as much. That's why I went back and made this one. But either way, my girl will have both. And I'm going to finish it now. I'm going to brush on a clear epoxy just to strengthen it and keep it protected. And so next we'll do that. Okay, here we are, and I'm going to apply a 5-minute clear epoxy on the outside of both these rings. You see I got one really thin and the other one's thicker. And I made these out of, all this is paper clip that I bent, and that way I could put it in there and I could hold it as I brush on the epoxy really fast. So I'm going to go ahead, mix up the epoxy, and start applying some coats. It's only a 5-minute epoxy, so hopefully I'll get the inside and outside done. I'm going to do the outside first, let it dry for like 15-20 minutes, and then I'll go ahead and do the inside. Okay, we're back, and I let it dry overnight. Like for some reason it wasn't, it's really cold out if you can't tell. And I know it's Vegas, but it's cold. So it's at least cold to me. So it was taking longer to dry, and I said, you know what, I'm just gonna let it dry overnight. And I don't need to do the inside because in the process of doing the outside, I was able to brush the inside too. And I think it's a good enough coat. I just want a light coating on there anyways, on both the rings. So the next part, I'm going to spray it with some soapy water and just lightly smooth out everything with some 400 grit, nothing crazy. And then after I'm done doing that, I'm gonna put it on the buffing, the Beal buffing system, and really buff it out, make it shine, make it all smooth and perfect. So we'll do that next. I'm just giving it a light sand. Just any imperfection. Gently get the inside. You don't have to worry about, you know, I'm dolling it up, but you don't have to worry about it because, like I said, it's going to go on the buffing system and I will polish it there and get it shiny. All right, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead I'll do the other one, and then when we come back, we'll buff it out. So here we are. I buffed out this first one. All I did was do the first step with it, and now I'm going to do the other. I just wanted to test it out, but I like the way it's already starting to shine. It's looking good. Now we're going to do the smaller ring, the thinner one. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's go on to the diamond. All right, here we are on the last and final step. I'm just going to wax it really fast, both of them, and then this project's complete. I think they look good. So there we are, 2 rings complete. Not a very difficult project, but it's just another idea for you if you want to make some wooden rings, I don't know, to sell, to give away as a gift, whatever you like. That was my take on how I think it should be done. You may have a different idea, but I was taking, like I said, ideas from what I saw from people doing with veneer, and I wanted to do it on the lathe. And this bigger one, I didn't like when I was making it. That's why I made this skinnier one. I really do like the simple band, but the more I look at this, I like the thicker one as well. And my girl, who both these rings are for, she really wanted them. She loves it, so that's all that really matters. Not a simple or not a difficult project, but I have something a lot cooler, in my opinion, coming up in my next video. We're going to be working with acrylics, and that should be out hopefully within a week or so. As you can tell from my voice, I got sick again. Sorry it's taken so long to do this video. And back to some neater things, in my opinion. But you know, when the boss tells you to do something, you have to do it. So that's the way it goes. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. And all the people who have subscribed, I thank you sincerely. I really do appreciate it. My channel's growing really, really fast. I can't believe it. And thanks for all the comments from everybody. I try to respond to everybody who writes me. Once again, thank you.